What is going on, everybody? It is Brandon Dawson, and this weekend at the James Brown Arena, WWE is making their way there with the road to WrestleMania. And here to talk about it, we got a special guy here with us today. He is a former Mr. Money in the Bank, former United States champion, and the man who single-handedly last year defeated the greatest of all time, John Cena. I'm talking about my boy, Austin Theory. Austin, how you doing today, sir?
Man, I am doing so good. What an introduction. What an introduction. A man that knows his facts.
And man, we like to know our facts here at WJBF. We're happy to have you here. And as we're going in to this weekend, for those who have not been to a WWE live event before, tell us a little bit about what they can expect this weekend.
Man, so like you said it, this is a Road to WrestleMania live event. So that adds, extra little sauce to it. So basically, on the road to WrestleMania, everybody's trying to get that last minute spot for WrestleMania. Because at WrestleMania, that's where you make your name. That's where you make your legacy. But a WWE live event, it's such a personal experience, for the fans in the crowd. They get to interact with the superstars. We're trying everything we can to get them riled up. Me, of course, they're going to try to boo me because I'm so good. I'm so handsome. But that's what you can do when you come to the live event. But what I would like to say is, whether you're a fan or you're not a fan, if you have a lot of friends, you have a lot of family, it's for everybody because everybody will have such a good time. The energy in there is like no other. And like I said, you don't even have to be a fan because after you will be a fan and you will definitely be a fan of Austin Theory live. So make sure you go.
I'm a fan of you now. I'm definitely not going to be booing you. I'm going to get me one of these shirts and I'm going to be out there cheering. Yeah, A-Town Down. I'm from Atlanta as well. We're going to talk about that as well. So, but anyway, going into this event, talk to me about some of the superstars that are going to be there. Who else are we going to see other than yourself?
Well, you might see The Rock. He might be there. And I might have to smack the taste out of his mouth.
Wow.
But, there's some other guys like Seth freaking Rollins. You'll see Cody Rhodes. And like I said, you'll see Austin Theory live. That's the experience you want. That's the experience you need. That's all you need. I don't need to name anybody else. I don't need to talk about The Rock again. You need to see me. You need to come. WWE Live. Be there.
Okay, so Austin, while we got you here, we want to talk to you a little bit about your career, your journey. I mean, it's all about you, man. So talk to us a little bit about, your time in NXT up to now. What's all your experience been like in WWE? From the way all the way up to WrestleMania last year. I mean, man, defeating John Cena, what a feat.
It's such a wild ride. There's nothing to prepare for. There's nothing that you can really envision almost. You can just really just hope for the best and make sure you always bring your best. But looking back, being in NXT, going from being in this group, the way to having this fun, playful character to going on to the main roster, being on Monday Night Raw and becoming, like you said, the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank. And anybody that doesn't know what that means, that's basically this briefcase that you have to climb to the top of a ladder for. And, you're in there with, I believe it's like 7 other guys. So it's 8 of us total. Sometimes it's 6, but I did it as the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank, and having that contract and having that briefcase, it's so cool, man, because as a kid, I grew up watching the WrestleMania ladder matches and seeing those briefcases. So that was a really cool moment. And then along with becoming the youngest United States champion, the United States Championship in WWE, it's been around forever. Your boy John Cena had it. And it's so cool to be a part of that legacy now and at such a young age and being the youngest and then going on and having moments at WrestleMania, getting stunned by Stone Cold Steve Austin, somebody like John Cena beating him last year at WrestleMania, the guy that literally inspired me to become a WWE superstar at 8 years old. It's been a wild ride, man. And I got nothing to complain about.
Man, you love to hear that. You love to hear that kind of thing. And so, now lately you've been, teamed up with, the Aussie sensation, Grayson Waller. You've been doing some stuff with Logan Paul. So talk to me about what that's been like, doing all that now.
We're just a bunch of good-looking dudes, running wild in the WWE, and I say it all the time to them. I point to them and I go, look at you. And they go, look at you. And I'm like, look at us. Look at us. It's just something, a lot of people can't relate to because they're not as good looking. They're not as successful. But, we're going to show you how it's done, and we're going to let you, ride on the coattails and believe that you could be one of us. So, yeah.
Nice, nice. Now, I hear word on the street. We're going to talk about some personal stuff. We've talked about the show. We've talked about, yeah. So the word on the street is that you're a little bit of a horror movie fan.
Oh man, yes I am. I don't know if you can see any of this stuff. I got a little Chucky.
Yeah. I see the Child's Play back there.
Yeah.
I see the Child's Play. Some other stuff as well. Yeah, I'm a huge horror movie buff myself. So I had to ask you while I had you here. Do you got like, a top 3 favorite horror movies? And what kind of got you into that genre? I saw that you got some really awesome collectibles as well.
Yeah, I got a lot of life-size stuff in my house. That means like a real life-size Terminator. I got a life-size Michael Myers, a Jason. It all freaks my girlfriend out, but it's pretty cool, man. I'd say my top 3 movies for horror would have to be, the first one is the classic, The Shining. The Halloween that I like with Michael Myers is the Rob Zombie one. I like the first one. And then I'd have to say you'd have to give it to the classic Child's Play. I love that one. But all this, I really got into it because of my grandmother. She collected a lot of stuff, but also too, when she used to watch me when I was younger, she would always bring over a VHS tape, and it would always be such a exciting movie. And that's how I got introduced to horror movies. She brought The Shining over. That movie freaked me out. And I remember going on vacation to hotels and always thinking, there'd be people standing at the end of the hallway, So, but yeah, that's how I got into it.
That's awesome, man. Well, Austin, we want to thank you very much for having you here. Before you go, if you had to say one thing to get people to come out to the James Brown Arena this weekend, what would you say to get them to come out?
What I'm going to say to you is, if you want to see greatness firsthand in front of your face, if you want to be motivated, inspired, I'm not talking about a speech. I'm not talking about a YouTube video. I'm talking about Austin Theory live on SmackDown, putting it down all day, A-Town down. You know what that means? And if you don't, you need to be there and see me live. Make sure you do it. Make sure you do it.
Man, I love it. Well, Austin, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day. I hope to see you this weekend. Thank you guys very much for talking to us. We'll have all the info for you in our website article. This is Brandon Dawson, WJBF News Channel 6.